Okay, I've got a 2011 Civic here with a interesting, unusual, almost unbelievable problem. It's got a code in the SRS system. I believe it's 26-10, open or increased resistance in the driver's side seatbelt tensioner. And the diagnosis procedure in the factory service manual for it is pretty simple. It's basically you disconnect the seatbelt tensioner, you hook up the SRS inflator simulator, and you check at the SRS control unit connector, and at those particular terminals it should be like 2 ohms, something like that. And if it is, then the seatbelt tensioner is bad. Now what I don't have the inflator simulator tool, so what I did is and it doesn't give you a specification for the resistance of the seatbelt tensioner. So what I did is, since the passenger side has no code, I checked the resistance of the passenger side seatbelt tensioner. It's approximately 0.5 ohms, which is the same as the driver's side is rating. So I checked the wiring from the control unit up to the driver's side tensioner. The wiring is good. There's no opens, no shorts. And I checked the right at the terminal end of the connector where it goes to the seatbelt tensioner, and at the terminal end of the SRS control unit, and it show at each there's 2 wires at each wire, and it's showing 0.5, 0.6 ohms. But as soon as you plug the connector into the seatbelt tensioner and you check the resistance at those 2 terminals of the control unit connector, it's showing nothing, an open. I discovered that if these connectors, let me see if I can show you here. These connectors are a bit unusual because they are, if you can see that, spring loaded. So what happens is that when you plug this connector in, let's see if I can do that. Okay. There's a point at which you plug it in right before that little spring-loaded tab, I guess you can get the black tab, but right before it kind of locks, right before that point, it makes contact. Once it passes that point and it locks, it goes open. I'm going to show you that right now. Okay. Okay. Now watch that meter. Let me plug it in. Okay. Okay, we've got a connection there, and it goes off. Connection, see? Right about there. You push it further, goes dead. Okay, it's locked now. Open. It's blows my mind. I've never seen anything like this. The terminals inside the connector are good. I don't see any evidence of terminal push out. I've wiggled the wires back and forth. It makes no difference. Once that connector is locked, it just goes open. I don't know if you can see that.